When people think of pirates, they imagine buried treasure, cursed gold, ghost ships, and men who laughed in the face of death. But pirate lore isn't just fiction. It's a tangled web of truth, fear, superstition, and survival. Tonight, we're diving into pirate lore. The myths they believed, the legends they became, and the brutal reality behind the romance of the high seas. Pirate lore truly takes shape during the golden age of piracy, roughly between 1650 and 1730. This was a time of global trade, colonial expansion, and massive wealth moving across the oceans. Where there was gold, there were pirates. Many pirates were former sailors, men abused by naval discipline, unpaid for months, or abandoned by empires that used them up and cast them aside. Piracy wasn't always about greed. For some, it was rebellion. Ships became floating societies with their own rules. Captains elected by vote, loot divided by agreement, compensation for injury, a strange kind of democracy, forged in violence. Some pirates understood something powerful. Fear was more effective than cannon fire. Take Blackbeard, for example. He tied slow-burning fuses into his beard before battle, surrounding his face with smoke and flame. To enemies, he didn't look human. He looked like the devil. Others, like Anne Bonny and Mary Red, shattered expectations entirely. Women who fought, killed, and commanded respect in a world that claimed they shouldn't exist at sea. These pirates didn't just live legends, they created them. The ocean is vast, unpredictable, and merciless, and pirates were deeply superstitious. Some beliefs included whistling on a ship could summon storms. Women were considered bad luck, unless disguised as men. Killing an albatross doomed the crew. Certain tattoos were believed to protect sailors from drowning ghost ships, like the Flying Dutchman, haunted sailor tales, condemned to sail forever, never reaching shore. To pirates, monsters weren't metaphors. They were possibilities. Buried treasure is one of the most enduring pirate myths. In reality, most pirates spent their loot immediately, on rum, food, clothes, and survival. But the idea of cursed gold persisted. Stories warned that stolen treasure carried death, madness, or betrayal. And sometimes, those stories came true. Greed fractured crews. Trust dissolved. And many pirates died not in glorious battle, but by betrayal, disease, or execution. The gallows were the final destination for most legends. By the early 1700s, empires cracked down hard. Navies hunted pirates relentlessly. Public executions were staged as warnings, and piracy faded. But pirate lore didn't die. It evolved. From novels, to films, to symbols of rebellion and freedom. Pirates became less about crime and more about defiance against control. Outlaws of the sea, ghosts of history, legends that refuse to sink. Pirate lore lives where truth meets terror, where freedom comes at a cost, and where the sea remembers everything. So the next time you hear a creaking mast or see black sails on the horizon, remember, some legends were real, and some ships never stopped sailing.